So like, what the fuck?
Also, like,
that?
could represent Violet's hair.
Shut the fuck up! I didn't even think about that.
No, I'm literally obsessed.
Hey besties! Welcome to Literally Obsessed. It's Cassie.
And Brittany.
How are you doing, besties? Woo! Y'all, it's the last episode of part 1 of Iron Flame.
We're freaking out.
Are you ready? Because I'm sad, I'm crying, I'm
sad,
happy.
I'm mad.
I'm mad.
I'm excited.
I have like pulsing through my veins. I'm excited about this one. This one's good.
This is a good way to go out.
No, literally, because it could have been an end of a book.
It could have literally been the end of a book, and I would have accepted it. But I'm so glad she gave us more.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thanks, Rebecca.
We're going over chapters 33 to 36 today, guys.
That's right.
And then next week, or maybe week after, we'll have the start of part 2.
Yeah. Which
you guys will already have the schedule for that. So if you want to find that out, check our Instagrams. We'll keep that updated, as well as our newsletters. We have a new one for July that's already been out for a little bit. I think by the time this is posted, it should almost be August.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And also, reminder, we do have our Patreon, y'all. So if you want to join our book club or our book besties, go check that out. We have our link in the description below, or you can check that out on our link tree. You can find a bunch of bonus content on there. And I love that sound, though.
So sorry.
No, I love it.
That was my ring.
Shout out sponsor ring.
If you heard that. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes we hear things.
Yeah.
Like right now we've got the AC pumping.
It's hot, guys.
And
it's
like
summer.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
But then I go back and I watch the clip and I'm like, wow, these mics are crazy. It doesn't pick up anything.
Little mic.
Thank you, Audio Technica. Sponsor us.
Sponsor us. Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and join our Patreon, please do. We would love to have you guys there. We also just want to build a community, so if you are a part of our book club or book besties, you can join our Discord, and that just kind of starts our talk about books. So join that if you would like. We'd love to see you there.
Definitely. Per usual, we have our content and spoiler warning. Content, we love to talk about inappropriate things here, especially with Daddy Zayden. So we make everything inappropriate. Also, if you have read part 1, you know that this there's a little bit of triggers in here. Violet gets tortured for many days. So if that is uncomfortable to you, you can go on and click out of here. We won't be offended. And spoiler warning, we are going to be talking about everything from part 1 of Iron Flame, part 2 of Iron Flame, theories, the whole 9 yards.
Yep. Especially, we do have a little bit more of Onyx Storm news, guys. When this is posted, it's already been old news. Yeah. But from now, when was it? When did she drop it?
On Monday. It's Thursday that we're filming this. Oh God, so a couple days ago.
That's crazy.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know. Time is literally flying.
It's literally flying. We got the cover, guys.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Okay, how do we feel about the cover?
I love it.
I love it.
So excited. I have to comment on something, because if you watch our TikTok, I kind of talked about the cover. Tell me what you guys think, because I thought the bottom looked like mountains with like smoke going over it.
I'm gonna look it up.
At a second look, I noticed that the top of the book that's black kind of looks scratched up as well. So it makes me think maybe it's actually not mountains. Maybe that's just the texture of the book. So I saw it. What you mean. I was like, okay, maybe I'm stupid. To me, it looked like mountains at a first glance.
Okay. Are you talking about this?
Yeah, it looks like mountains. But then if you look at the top of the book, there's like there's little like scratch marks. So I was like, maybe that's just the whole texture and it's just smoke. It's not actually mountains. I hope it's mountains, because I think that's a cool like little effect and like a cool little nod to like, I don't know, the hills of like Basgiath or Eratia. So I don't know. I'm gonna just say it is, but I haven't heard anybody else say that it looks like mountains. So that might have just been a personal thing.
No, I love it.
But I think the cover is like literally so sick. I love the sides. I'm looking at it right now.
No, it's so good.
The stencil work is beautiful, and I'm so excited that I pre-ordered when she announced the book, because I was very upset that I couldn't get a first edition. Actually, I do have a first edition of Fourth Wing, but it doesn't have the stenciled dragons on the side, so I was very upset about that. And then I have a first edition of Iron Flame, but she didn't do any stencil work. It's just black pages, which is still cool, but this is like something else because it also has like the smoke on the pages.
Dude, it's so cool.
It's so sick.
It's so sick.
And I love like that they might be runes as the book keeps going. I don't know how I'm like, how the hell do we know that's a rune?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Okay.
Sometimes when we go through the rereads, sometimes I am like, oh, there's stuff that I missed on my first and even second read of the book.
Yeah.
But I'm like, did she explain it looking like this and I just didn't catch on? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just like, okay.
She didn't exactly confirm it.
No, she didn't.
Sorry, not to cut you off.
No, you're
but
right.
She was kind of like, that's a good guess. Wink, wink. So it tells
I
me
hate
that
her.
it is.
I hate when you do that, Rebecca.
I know. I wish I was an author and I could do the spiral. Same thing.
The thing about it is, I think what I've realized, I'm looking at the bookshelf right here.
Yes.
With the 3 different books right here.
Yeah.
I think in Onyx Storm, this cover, I mean, the rest of the covers too, they have like a duality sense of it. So like there's like the gold and then there's like the black features of it.
Right.
It's just, I looked too heavily into this the other day. I was looking at like the split right here. So you see like there's two,
the moons or the suns. Yes.
And then there's like one like why is there just one?
I know that some people have talked about that.
I'm
some
like,
people have also said we're getting further away from the dragons. And I was like, oh God, I have to analyze everything.
No, and I'm just like, okay, do you think she just like went on Canva and like figured out a fun little design, or like who's making them? Who's making them? Because I would love to know. I don't think she's ever tagged an artist or anything.
No, she hasn't.
Someone on her team.
I am curious. I was wondering also, so somebody had said on TikTok, the first book, it's like the circle, right?
Yeah.
Behind the text of Fourth Wing. In Iron Flame, it's still the circle with the triangle on top of it, or the diamond, however you want to look at it. This one is like a rectangle, or like a square, but a rounded square.
A rounded square.
And so somebody was saying like it's kind of maybe a nod to Violet, of like she's gaining more knowledge, she's getting sharper, because like we started out with a circle, now we're starting to get like hard angles.
Ooh, okay.
So I kind of like that theory as well.
I'm noticing here, I didn't notice this little tiny dragon that's at the bottom here.
Yeah. Oh my God, for a second I was like, is your laptop touchscreen? That was crazy how you touched it and it moved.
That was weird. No, I don't know. I'm just like over analyzing the cover. I don't know if you guys have been doing that too. I know people on TikTok have been as well, but as a Swiftie, I over analyze everything, and I know Rebecca's a Swiftie, so I know she loves to do Easter eggs on shit. So I don't know, the cover is so sick, and what's crazy to me is that there's like it's mostly all like gray and black.
It's such a shift.
It's such a shift from
ones.
Iron Flame, especially. I'm like, Fourth Wing started gold, and then Iron Flame started gold and red, and now there's like no red. We just got like gold and black and gray. So like, what the fuck?
Also, like, that could represent Violet's hair.
Shut the fuck up! I didn't even think about that. Wait, I didn't even think about
that. It could represent her hair because it's losing color at the bottom. And I'm so curious, like, okay, so like you said, first book started out like so vibrant gold. Then we have like a gold to red. I mean, actually, now I'm staring at the book. There is black at the bottom. Oh fuck!
What if we put like Fourth Wing and then you put Iron Flame underneath, and then oh my God, they're all gonna fall.
Onyx Storm is gonna go to black to white. So this is like the venom sucking the life out. Oh my God! No, I literally didn't even realize that the bottom of Fourth Wing, or I'm sorry, of Iron Flame
is black, which would fade into this.
So then the next book is gonna be like white, maybe into something else.
Got me already thinking about the fourth book, guys. I wonder if it's gonna be like
full circle, like it's gonna then the color is gonna come back.
Gold.
I also saw a thing. Oh my God, sorry, we're rambling so much. This is gonna be a long episode, guys. I saw a thing that apparently Rebecca said that she likes to write her story arcs in the form of a W. So
I saw that.
The whole storyline is gonna be a W. So like you have your highs, your lows. Right now we're in the middle of the W.
Fuck.
And then so this means we are in for heartbreak. We're going to go down to a low, but that means we're going to end on a high. So it's okay.
Right, guys?
Right? She's a romance writer, guys. It has to end on a high. I actually have never read, I really want to. I've never read any of just her like romance books.
Me either.
I need to read to see if they rip your heart out or if it ends good.
If it ends
I have heard people say like it rips your heart out, but like it's good
at the end.
Romance book. Yeah. So
I would assume that it's like other romance books too.
I think we're going to be fine. I just think that it's going to
take a while for us to get
out.
there.
Yeah.
I think it's going to take a while for us to get there.
I agree.
Man, once this comes out, we'll have to do that. We'll have to put them in like...
Oh my God, I'm so excited for my little...
I didn't even think about this being her hair.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Have you thought about that for a while?
I don't know why I didn't tell you that. I thought about it a couple days ago. Well, I thought about it when the cover came out. Yeah,
I'm a stupid reader and I'm a stupid observer.
No,
so
because I think that, I was like, oh wait, it kind of looks like her hair, and then it's just maybe also the venom draining the color.
Fuck.
And it's also smoky, so there's so many ways to interpret it. Like, I was on TikTok seeing everyone's ways of interpreting it, and it's just, I love books.
Rebecca, imagine she's like laughing watching all of us, and she's like, guys, I just picked a cool color.
She's like, actually, there was not a thought behind that.
She's just like, I think it's cool.
There was.
She totally was.
No, but I just love everybody's different theories and like hearing why they think that.
It's going to be fucking crazy in January.
It is.
It is going to be fun. It's going to be wild.
We're already anticipating it, guys. We're already thinking about our January content right now. So
it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited.
Woo.
Okay. Let's just dive in. Let's just keep on going. Let's start spilling the tea, y'all. All right, y'all. Chapter 33. They go deeper into the archives, and they realize that the wards are so strong. Violet finds out just how strong they are as her and Arik walk through it together, which makes Xaden a little bit upset. Violet takes in how powerful this room is while Arik and Xaden are bickering, which is just super on brand at this point. As Arik tries to find the two journals, Violet checks in with angry Xaden, and he mentions how he does not regret killing Alec, Arik's brother. Rough. We find out that they have journals of commanding officers that until 200 years ago, healers, infantry, and scribes were allowed that position, but now they're only allowed for writers. This is interesting because Arik mentions that no king has ever been a writer before, but Miss Violet tells us that's not entirely true, since Arik or his brother Halden could possibly change that. Interesting. Violet realizes that the journals must be hidden from light, that's why they can't find them, and time is ticking, and she pulls the velvet tablecloth off and reveals the two journals hidden by glass, which is actually just another strong ward. They're running out of the archive after retrieving the journals, and once the 7th bell rings, Xaden and Arik don't follow Violet out of them. Just kidding. Chapter 34. They do actually make it out, but by the luck of fate, they see Jesinia and they let her know that they got the two journals, and as Sawyer is packing away the robes they all used to disguise themselves, he notices Arik's large blisters from taking the journals out of the ward, which is literally so gross. They meet up with Quinn, who was doing some serious covering, as she tells them that she projected herself as Violet and Rhiannon, which is a sick-ass signet. So cool. Xaden asks if our girl's okay, and she gives them a genuine smile that she is good. They have a sweet loving kiss that makes our heart melt, and they break away, and Xaden has to go, but Violet gives him a journal for Brennan to have, and she reads to Xaden what it says in Warwick's journal and shares a play-by-play of when they placed the word stones and the birth of the Iron Rain. A lot goes on, but that's kind of what the bigger pieces of these chapters are. So take it away, Brittany.
All right, chapter 35. Violet wakes up in a prison cell, and she is strapped to a chair. She realizes that she is not able to contact Taryn because guess what? Nolan gave her that little lemonade that they have been testing to block people's signets. Varish and Nolan know that Violet stole Lyra's journal, and they want to know why. We find out that Nora is a truthsayer, and Violet is interrogated, and she better tell the truth. Otherwise, they'll probably kill her. So Varish sends Nolan out of the room and breaks Violet's finger. When she wakes up, we see our fave Liam, and he coaches her through the pain as Violet gets tortured for days. Violet overhears Nora and Varish talking, and she learns it's Monday now. We learn that Varish can see people's weaknesses, and that's why he's such a good interrogator. Violet's weakness is that she is the people she loves, and Violet realizes this is all a trap to get Xaden to show up and be interrogated. It's been days of Violet being tortured, and Dane is called in to help to see Violet's memories. All of leadership is ordered to assemble because there have been incidents along the border, and we learn that Xaden deserted days ago. Interesting. Dane reads Violet's memories, and she tries to show him the horror that she went through in Athbean and how she's been tortured for the last 5 days. And out of everything she shows him, Dane takes away that they've been smuggling weapons. Womp womp. Dane takes a knife to compare it to the ones he saw in Violet's memories and tells Violet that she should have trusted him all along. He sets Violet free and he stabs Varish. What? Dane helps Violet out and they're faced with Nora. She stops them, but then somebody slits her throat and they're faced with those famous onyx eyes. Chapter 36. Violet ensures Xaden that Dane saved her, and before Dane can finish off Varish, Xaden gives that honor to Violet. We get the most beautiful love confession from Xaden, and everyone's hearts melt, including Dane's. Mm-hmm. We learn that the besties got captured and they were put into an interrogation classroom because they tried to mount a rescue mission for Violet. LOL. Garrick lets the gang know they have a problem, a general-sized problem. It's Lilith. Xaden and Lilith kind of have a bit of a standoff, but Lilith and Violet ultimately get some alone time, some mother-daughter time, and we learn that Lilith and Xaden made a deal years ago, and the scars on Xaden's back are from Lilith. Lilith says her goodbyes, but not before reminding Violet that soaring gales walk or fly off the battlefield. They are never carried. Ugh. Violet decides they can't leave without giving everyone the choice to fight, and they tell everybody about what they experienced in Athbean and the Wyvern and the Venom, and people obviously don't believe them, so Violet asks Taryn to share the memory of Resin with everyone. We learn that Devera was the one who left the news about Zolia in Battle Brief, and everyone has about an hour to make their decisions before they fly to Eratia. When they land in Eratia, the gang sees a concerned and confused Brennan. Then they see a massive riot approaching, and Violet reminds Brennan he did say he needed riders.
And that's the end of part
one. Let's give it up for Miss Rebecca, everybody.
Thank you to the editor that told her she needed to combine part 1 and part 2 into one book.
Yes.
Because I agree.
No, like it's a solid ending.
It's a solid ending, but it would have been cut short for being one book for part 1. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I feel like it had to be bolted. Like, I think they had to be released at the same time.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. So, but dang. Part 1 is crazy.
Yeah.
It just like the last few chapters.
Last few chapters are
like why did it have to go that fast? Why couldn't we spread it out a little bit? Whatever.
I don't know.
All right, let's go into our little deep dive, y'all.
Yeah.
Take it away.
All right. So, okay. Going off of what we talked about, I can't really call it a theory because Rebecca Yaros herself said this, but
so it's fact.
So it's, I guess, a fact. But if we remember from last week in the interview, she was asked if Violet maybe dated Halden, who is Aric's older brother, and she said, "I think you should read the 3rd book." Does that mean she dated Halden? No. Does that mean she might date Aric? Like, I don't know. There's a bunch of things that could be a possibility based on that sentence that she said. Mm-hmm. A lot of people on TikTok are thinking that's our personal theory. I'm like, actually,
it's not,
It's
guys.
not. Rebecca said it.
Rebecca,
I'm just
promise.
reporting. I'm the messenger. But at least for this part, I do agree with what a lot of people are saying. There is nothing that would give me the vibe that Violet and Halden dated other than Aric and Violet make a weird eye contact when they talk about him, and she asks him if Halden knows what's happening, and it says something about how there's kind of like a lingering eye contact, and then he's just like he nods. I don't even think he says anything.
He nods.
And then she's like, he nods, and then he says, "Well, I'm here, aren't I?" or something, and then she's like, "Got it, so Halden's not going to do anything." So that, because I'm overanalyzing right now, it did give me a pause, if you will. Maybe something did happen, but that's the only clue we have. And so many people on TikTok were like, "Who even are these people?"
I get it,
and I get it, guys. I get it.
Mentioned once,
yeah. Like, we never hear of them ever again.
Yeah, I think because I love a little love triangle. I love a little complicated past with someone that you like grew up with. I love that. It's one of my favorite little tropes. But I personally think that they did maybe if they didn't date, they at least had some kind of like
a fling
when they were like early teenagers,
Yeah.
something going on, because she was so close with them. And for her to kind of give that like, oh, so he's not going to do anything about it, like it's like that slight back of the head disappointment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I
like,
mean, either way they're family friends.
correct. Yeah, so she would think, but it's funny that Arik kind of has like an in on it, and he's just like,
yes, yeah,
I'm eating that up.
And I can see, because I know a lot of people are like, I see Violet and Arik having something. I can definitely see that
Absolutely.
as well. There was another theory.
Sure.
Okay, because you know how obviously Violet is connected to Xaden through Taryn being bonded with Sigale.
Right.
Okay, this is kind of crazy.
I'm ready.
She's also bonded to Andarna. Andarna could get a mate eventually. Therefore, whoever is bonded to that dragon would also be bonded to Violet. First of all, that's like 18 voices in your head. That's fucking crazy, right?
You're right.
That's
You're so
crazy.
right.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about Violet not Violet. Andarna ever finding a mate. So I do know that some people were throwing it out there that there's a lot of comparisons between Xaden and Arik. Like, I know you talked about, like, she compares him to him, the way she explains him. They both bonded blue dragons. Okay. So, first of all, wild and, like, crazy powerful, rare dragons. So, it would be
Imagine having two... I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, it would be a little crazy if, like, something happens with maybe Andarna and that dragon that he bonded. I know that that's... Some people on TikTok have said that that's where they see it. Like, commented on our video. That's where they see it going. And I'm like, I could see... That's actually wild. But here's the thing that makes me go back.
Okay.
Rebecca doesn't like love triangles. So, I don't know. And I think to move the story along...
Be a loose triangle.
There might be
a curve at the top.
Yeah. It might be, like a diamond shape or something. But I could see her... Like, she has to throw a wrench in there somewhere.
Yeah. You can't... I feel like as a romance writer, and she's doing this for 5 books...
Yeah,
you gotta give some
something
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, she pretty much tore them apart, her and like Violet and Xaden, whole of Iron Flame.
Yeah.
For more than half of it.
Yes.
I would assume that she wouldn't just keep repeating that same.
Yeah, they can't be apart.
Just be upright. They get together, fall apart. Get together, fall apart. I mean, they could, but I feel like she would add more elements into it. Be like, oh, like. Violet's working with Arik, and then she's spending a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
Xaden gets up. You know what I mean? I feel like she could totally add elements like that.
Exactly.
Keep it going with Violet and Xaden, like, bickering and falling, whatever, going up and down. But she'd have to add something interesting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely also see, like, everybody is so excited for a jealous Xaden, myself included.
Me too.
I'm excited for a little jealous Xaden. I would love to see him. Okay, I would love to see him try to get her back. Like, he's been doing that for, like, he's like,
whole book. Guys, I'm fucking tired. I can't keep doing this.
I'm sorry, Xaden. I would love to see you just a little more desperate.
I also would like to see a jealous Violet. I know we've seen her before. We'll see her with Kat.
Yeah.
But I also, let's keep it even playing field.
If... I can't handle that. If another girl gets introduced,
I think I
can't handle that.
I love that shit.
No,
I love it.
I can't. I need it to be another guy. It like affects me.
There's a wall here. I would love it. She would hate it.
I just like can't see Xaden with anybody else.
No, and I don't think he could either. But I think I would love it.
Okay.
I think I love seeing Violet freak out.
Who knows what we're gonna go through?
No, I don't.
Like, literally, who knows?
I have no idea.
I'm so scared.
No idea. I can't wait till we do that episode where we're talking about our theories for Onyx Storm.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's gonna be
so excited.
4-hour episode.
Yeah, in 3 parts.
3 parts. But to kind of piggyback off of that, I don't think I wrote this on here. But for all the people who have been over analyzing how many people Violet has been with, I just want to say, I'm not confronting you, but I just want to say no one knows. Okay, we don't really know how many numbers that she's been with, but I'd have to think that like maybe Halden or whoever, Arik, whoever, I don't think that they would be counted in that.
Yeah. Let me make something real clear right here. So what is said is Xaden talks about her exes. I think this is coming up.
Yeah.
Part 2. But he says, you know, like, I don't ask about your exes because I don't know. But if I had to guess, it would probably be infantry. Okay. I don't know where he got that from. He just makes that assumption. She does not confirm or deny it to him. She thinks to herself, like, something about, well, whatever, but he was kind of on the nose with that infantry one. So giving us the hint that, yes, she probably had a thing with 1, 2, 3, I don't know how many infantry people or people who went into infantry. But it is really funny now. We have people who are like, no, she very clearly said she dated one person before. I'm like, actually, as somebody who's going through the book right now and analyzing every single line, I have yet to see that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's coming up and I missed it, but I don't remember her ever saying, like, I dated one person before this.
Yeah, I just think that they're very loose when they explain stuff.
I think that's the thing, is it's up for interpretation. Yeah. So
Very
I'm not saying anyone's wrong.
Yeah, but it's just more of like, we don't really know. And
yeah,
I mean, Rebecca gave us the information that we'll read book 3.
We'll figure it out in book 3.
And
so
I'm
it's
like,
up
okay,
for, as of right now,
whatever you guys want to think, think
yeah.
it. We're gonna think the same thing.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't have an idea.
Me either.
We know we don't know.
We both agree that it's probably 2.
We think 2,
but
and
I don't
apparently
know.
so does a lot of other people.
Yeah,
but,
and I'm really glad we all think that too.
Yeah,
I'm really happy about that.
But like, where am I getting that from? Because I think somebody even was like, "Where'd you get that number?" I'm like, "Right up here." Nobody confirmed it. It's canon to me.
It's canon to me. That's what I thought. Okay, so another thing is, Violet mentions that in this study there's like so many journals. Like there's so many of them. She specifically, though, picks out the study of winged creatures and the history of the island wars. I'm just dying to know, because she was even dying to know what was in them. But I know she's also dying to figure it out, but I can't help but wonder if it was a coincidence or not that she said the study of winged creatures and the history of the island wars. Study of winged creatures reminds me of her dad, and like about her dad was researching, and then the history of the island wars. What the fuck are the island wars?
Well,
because we know that that Rebecca likes to reveal the map the more and more that Violet figures out about the entire province of whatever the fucking continent is called. What's the continent called?
I think it's just called the continent.
I think you're right. It is just called the continent, because
I think that's what it says at the top of the map.
Right.
The continent.
And I'm like, you're right. Sorry.
Sorry, we're loud.
We're loud today. Sorry. But the history of the island wars, I was like, what the fuck is that? But we know now that Rebecca is revealing more and more of the map with this fucking universe or whatever.
Yes.
So I was like, I don't know. Is that a little that she added in there? I didn't realize until I reread it.
Yeah. No, I didn't even think of that when I read it. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I just thought it was something to think about, because maybe it's just a luck of fate, but I know there was so many journals and she like saw that. She decided to pick those 2. I was just going to say, I wonder if she's going to be able to go back into the archives that far, because now like no one's monitoring the archives.
Yeah, no one.
So maybe she will pick up those books again.
I hope so. And I think what's weird to me is that like she explains the smell in there as like earthy,
yes,
and like coal, like I don't know, like damp and everything. Partridge. I meant parchment. Partridge, like the bird.
Yeah, partridge in a pear tree. No, I meant parchment.
And I don't know if that's just because of like a smell of an old book.
Yeah,
that's what that would smell like.
That's kind of how I'm imagining. Go with me here.
Okay, I'm following.
Like books imagine how a book smells.
Right.
But then imagine like you're in like a dark, damp cave.
Right.
So it's kind of like, okay, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm envisioning. Damp. Basically all the words she said.
It's just I can't help but always read into things, because Violet loves to hyperfixate on shit. She loved to hyperfixate on the smell. And I know smell is a big thing in this universe. So I don't know. I know she just said that this room was very powerful. So I'm sure her senses are awakened in a way. Fair. But I'm going to stop rambling about that because I could go on about that for a while.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I just had to bring up, I remember being literally so stressed and thinking Xaden was not going to make it through the wards. I knew he had to, obviously, for the story to go on, but I was like, oh shit, he's not gonna make it. And then it's so funny, you turn the page and it's like, and he made it through the door, and you're like, okay. I was worried for a whole 2 seconds. It's literally like, he's not gonna make it. Us. There we go, he made it. And it's like, got it.
She did
yeah, she really did. There wasn't even like a build up. It was just like, he made it, the wards closed right behind him. Okay,
like, got it. Thank you so much. She just expected, I don't know, I'm like, do you expect all your readers to not finish and go, oh, I hope he made it?
Well, it got me for a second. I was like, oh fuck, I have to keep reading. And then I turned the page and I was like, oh,
never mind.
He's fine.
I will say, nod to you, Rebecca. We already know that you're a great writer, but you really know how to like write intense shit. I already had that in a thing down here, but I just wanted to say that right now before we go into another intense shit. But she was really like anticipating, like when she was like 2, 3, 4, like the bells.
Oh,
I was like,
it's like 1, my feet race faster than they can below me. 2,
my legs, I'm gonna vomit, I'm nauseous. 3, we're not gonna make it.
Oh my god, I can just see the show. I can see the show.
Put us on as producers.
Guys,
please.
Put me on as the star.
Put me on, babe.
I will star, write, direct, produce.
All of it. Fund. I will break my body for this. Okay, so this is crazy. This is crazy for me too because I didn't realize it the first time. How did Violet not immediately question Xaden when Quinn says that dragons shouldn't bond blood relatives? What the fuck? I would have turned.
Violet. I would have immediately been like, Xaden?
Do you
want to comment on that real quick?
Because you're not saying shit. You're not saying shit.
The way she didn't even think, okay, weird, Xaden can either go mad or have a second signet. It takes her a whole fucking second part to get to that.
Yep.
I don't know. Or like, I just want to know why the thought didn't cross. Why didn't she go like, maybe Xaden has a second signet? Anyway, we're running.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if it was, because we haven't found, I'm trying to think back. Do we know by this point about relatives bonding? Like, about that process? No. Was this the first time it's brought up?
First time. I mean, we know that it's Xaden's great-grandfather's. Great-grandfather?
Yeah. But we never found out the, like, results of that.
Correct. Until this moment.
Okay. Wow.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
It's literally crazy reading it back with the information I now know. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I went so long.
No, without
answers.
Right.
And I'm sure one day...
we're
going to look back and be like, naive little girls.
Little girls. There was, in that, not monologue, but in that moment that Quinn is explaining that, I went too far and I found something. Okay, because she mentions my signet is stronger because Kruth was my great aunt's dragon, but she's not a direct descent, so I don't have to worry about going mad like those dragons who bond in the direct familial line.
Yes.
Dragons aren't supposed to even get close to that line for that exact reason, like they listen to human rules. I'm just like, if I would have... No, literally... We fall quiet as we pass by the infirmary.
Yeah,
that's literally... Doesn't give a fuck.
I'm so curious too if Xaden's like he's like, oh my god.
He's like, that's crazy.
He's like, that's so
awesome. All right,
so
can
wild.
We get out of here? We should probably keep going. You could. Maybe you need some water.
And does nobody? The only person. Oh my god, I just can't get over this. The only person. Does anybody else know that Sigale is his great grandfather's dragon? Or is the only person he revealed that information to Violet? He revealed that so early in their relationship,
and she didn't question that fucking once.
I think all she says is like, dragons aren't supposed to bond blood relatives. You don't know why. Well. And then he's just like, right, the records are wrong. And she's like, got it. She could have told on you. You know what I mean? This is crazy.
I guess it's the bond.
I mean, I guess he knew she was trustworthy. Yeah, but
he couldn't have done it. Fucking wild, guys. Guys, crazy. I do want to comment on Quinn's signet because it's cool as fuck.
Yes, it is.
But I just think that the way that she revealed it by her just being like, we're good, I got it up here. She's like, and they were like, how did you do it? And she's like, I just projected myself as Violet and Rhiannon. She's like, it says it in italics, and she was like, and she's, how could you do both? How could you do both?
Don't fucking
Is
know.
it like a hologram?
Thanks to her dragon being related to her, or bonding a relative. I don't know.
It's fucking wild. But I just thought it was so cool. That's like,
no, that one's pretty sick.
If I didn't want to be intrinsic, I would like to be a shapeshifter.
Yeah, that'd
be really cool. She could really do a lot with that.
She really could.
Okay. The fucking kiss. The kiss when he's just like, he's like, are you all right? And she's like, I'm a little tired, but I'm good. And he's like, that smile. It's sorry if my form was a little rusty, but I'm just saying.
It was so
it was just so cute. He was like looking down.
I think I imagined it a little different.
Well,
I don't really want to act it out for you guys, but I've imagined it a little different.
It was she said it was like a hard kiss.
Yeah, I imagined it a little
passionate.
more like sultry.
Yeah, it was. I just am not Xaden, a 6'4" shadow wielder. I don't have that charisma.
Yeah, it was in the sound. I think it was the
it's the cutesy ding. But it was just the way that he was like looking at her, probably like 2 feet down, and was like, wow, that smile. And he's like, wow. And then just makes out with her for a second.
And then when she says that they pull away and they're both smiling, we don't get enough of Xaden smiling. I
can see it in my mind how huge it is. His little smile, his smile.
No one was thinking the other thing, girl.
I had to make sure. I'm sure there's someone.
Fair.
There had to be one of you.
There's this one fan art of Xaden that like I will only accept as the true fan art. Mm-hmm. And I want the artist to do another one of him smiling.
Should we just AI it?
I think we should, because I kind of struggle to picture it sometimes.
I just think he has like the biggest old smiley.
Like a little Colgate smile.
He has a little ding when he opens his mouth.
Oh my god, he probably does.
I just
think he has like, she never talks about him having a dimple, huh?
I think he has to have some kind of feature on his little
dimples.
On his little face.
Yeah,
I think he has to have a
like
little
one. I hope he has one.
It's like a little indent.
Yeah, I think dimples are so cute.
What's even crazier is that they went in for a second kiss.
Yeah,
that was even cuter.
I know.
That was so cute.
When she's like, okay, like I want to kiss him again, maybe a second time, and then the third or whatever, but then he just does like a quick little before leaving. It's just like moments of normalcy in a relationship.
I love seeing them in love.
Yeah,
I love seeing him in love.
Yes,
and being happy.
Yes.
Why do we only have it for a few stanzas? Why do we only have it on a half of a page? And that's what we work for like 20 chapters. Yeah. Is we get that moment, and then Rebecca's like, okay, enough.
Snatched away. It's also just cute because they're like in public. Usually they're very like private about their relationship, and I don't like PDA, but I'll allow this one.
I think, was it when she, no, I think it might have been later, but she mentioned one of the kisses between this one and then the one in the confession, or she was like, it wasn't like the one in our room before.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, but it was like a sweet, affectionate kiss.
Yeah.
And I was like, they have different levels of kissing, and I was like, that's so sweet, because they're so in love.
What? No, nothing, just they're so in love.
They're so in love.
Okay, well, moving on to Violet being a dumb fucking bitch.
Yeah, we're back to that shit. Fuck you.
Her drinking the lemonade from Nolan has me like, Jojo, have you learned nothing? Why the fuck did you do that, Violet?
She's like,
why?
Oh, thank you so much for a cool drink of lemonade.
Why?
So stupid.
Let me give her some grace for 2 seconds.
Okay.
She's known this man her whole life. He's never done her wrong before.
Yeah, she even says that.
He is somebody that she could always trust. if I knew they were working on a signet blocking elixir,
I wouldn't have fucking done that.
I would never trust anyone giving me any sort of drink unless it was like Xaden, Bodhi, Imogen, or Rhiannon are my 4 people I think I would trust to give me a drink.
I agree. No, I agree. It's just like her like saying that she trusts him, and she's like, oh, like Nolan, the person who has mended me for years.
Yes.
She's like, as I drink it, and she's like, I look down in my cup and I notice a little bit of like,
no, like
something
they
in
must
it.
have changed the recipe. It has
like,
a
it has a little
familiar
aftertaste.
but strange aftertaste. I literally have had it with her.
Fucking dumb bitch.
I've had it with her. And like,
you get
don't
me, girl,
think
and then you lose me.
You don't think it's suspicious that he's just walking up with 2 little pewter mugs? And he's like, oh, Violet, would you like some lemonade? And then him going and looking at her cream satchel. Like, bitch, you didn't realize you were in trouble? I would have ran. I would have ran.
I wouldn't have. Why? You already knew
I wouldn't
he
have
was
even
sus.
talked to him.
You already knew he was
He
sus.
mended Jack Barlow.
And you're going to go like, oh, he must be so cool. Still.
I hate this bitch. I hate her.
SMH.
No. She's actually dead to me.
I hate her. Well, she almost did die.
Okay, this one's for you, Cassie.
Okay.
Violet mentions that there's a toilet in her cell.
And
And she says the word toilet.
Yup.
She doesn't say basin. She doesn't say hole in the ground.
We
She
get a
says
full
toilet.
toilet.
She doesn't say porcelain, but I think we can infer. It's a prison cell. I'm picturing, you know, the ones that are in prison cells or like
the
parks.
silver
The silver bowls. That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah. I would like everyone to apologize to me.
Nobody said that you were wrong, Cassie. I just
Thank
want
you,
to
guys.
put that out there. Nobody ever said you were wrong.
But all to my internal haters, I knew that they had a plumbing system up in there. They wouldn't shit in the bucket, I'm sure. But I am glad
They go out to the creek every morning and
dump out my bucket.
oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm so glad.
So I saw it. I literally was reading, and it was like, at the other end there's a toilet, and I went, and I went back and I went, at the other end there's a toilet, and I said, Cassie's gonna love this.
Cassie's gonna love this. Okay, this chapter is very intense, and Varish like beating her up was so heavy.
It's crazy.
It was so heavy. Like, it's just, she's like, he snaps your finger, like he pulls her
like
fucking shoulder. Like,
I felt the pain.
No.
As I was reading it,
and she's just like, it's fine. I'm gonna get through this. It's not like Xaden going. I'm like, I would have totally folded. She's stronger than me.
yeah.
Sorry, I am a hater of you, Violet, but I also will give you like, you
Credit
were strong.
where credit is due.
I could have never fucking done that.
No,
I would have
I
actually
know.
died from just being like, well,
Yeah.
just giving up.
Oh my god, when she talks about, this is about to get graphic, like her uniform is crunchy from her dried blood. What?
I also cannot imagine getting mended and then beat up.
Yes.
Mended and then beat up. Mended and beat up. Like, that's traumatizing.
Yes.
She just went through
We
something
actually don't
traumatizing.
talk about her. She kind of moves on.
No, she
Like as if nothing happened.
You're kind of
And it's like, wait, you just went through like a very traumatic event.
it gives me during the trials in Under the Mountain
Uh-huh.
when Farah goes through all of that stuff.
Yes.
Sorry, spoilers, but whatever. I'm sure you guys already read it. But like it gives me that when she's just like meek and dead,
Yeah.
and then she's just like mended over again, and then she's like healing from her fucking broken whatever.
Yeah,
But
like
it's
we don't talk about trauma
and they're
enough.
just like, it happened. I'm like, what do you? I would have been dealing with that.
Yeah, no, truly.
But I guess when you're like in a like a war, you can't really think about it. You have to move past it.
I guess so. But Liam has me crying. He has me crying. It's my 3rd time reading this, and I'm still so emotional over him. Everything he says.
No, because I can only just imagine.
Oh my god, I got like chills. I
No.
actually got like full body chills just thinking about him.
When he says, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Rebecca. Why the fuck would you do that?
I know.
No, it was just him being like, he's like don't give up. Like, it's okay. Like, you still made me proud, and I would do it again, Violet. Like, oh my God.
And then him just being like Xaden's coming. He's probably already left. Like, and then she's just like, that's just what my subconscious wants me to think. It's so sad.
Shut the fuck up. And then she's just like, wow, my mind must be really working hard. You know what? No, because in the theory...
What?
I almost said it again.
What?
Theory and theorizing.
Girl, get it together.
Get it together. No, thriving and theorizing. I wrote something a little bit more about my theory about the whole Liam thing. But he really was saying the things that she needed to hear.
Yeah.
And I know that was really him.
I know he really did come back from the dead. I don't care what you say, Rebecca.
It was real to me. It was real to me. Okay? Anyways.
Okay. Sidebar from Liam real quick. Varish says Xaden's shield slipped for a second. We find out later that Xaden had to lower, as we know, he has to lower his shields to be able to read other people's intentions. He had to lower his shields to read Varish's intentions at one point. What do we think his weakness is? Because Varish doesn't reveal it, but he just says, like, I know what it would take to make him crumble. Do we think it's Violet?
I think it's like his lack of power, like if he ever didn't have power.
Oh my God. Xaden, imagining him being interrogated is actually crazy.
Oh my God. Oh wait, are we saying was Xaden's weakness?
Yeah, Xaden's weakness.
I was
sorry,
thinking
not
Varish.
Xaden. He saw Xaden's weakness.
I think it's
and
Violet.
said that I kind of feel like it might be Violet too.
I think it's Violet.
But like the entire time I was picturing like what would have happened if they did capture him. I know it never would have happened because Xaden's fucking badass.
Right.
But him being in the chair and being tortured, it hurts me.
Well, what the thing for me is like, Xaden's a lover, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
He is, I mean, I think he would have a similar weakness to Violet where it would be like the people he loves is his weakness.
Yeah.
Some part of me thinks that he still has like this trauma. I mean, we don't know too much about it, and I really hope in the third book we learn more about his mom. But he has like this some kind of like trauma or something that is like within that like Violet like really he protects her because of it.
Yeah.
And I'm have a feeling like that is his weakness. Like it's her, the love of his actual life.
Oh my god, I can see it. I'm so happy it didn't happen because I can see it and I don't like it.
Oh, I would hate. Sorry, Violet. I would watch you suffer again, but I could never watch Xaden suffer.
Yeah.
Ever.
Because I'm just literally imagining. They probably would have like killed her in front of him. No, like I can't think about it actually.
No, oh, Brittany. I literally. I don't even told you what I'm thinking of.
Crying.
Oh my God. I can't. The third book has me in shambles and I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Varish is gone, girl. It's okay.
Xaden's a venom. What are the venom gonna do to her? I'm literally fucking crying. What is he gonna do?
I don't
know. Oh, just thought about it.
I don't know, girl. I'm scared too. I have seen a lot of things on TikTok about like Xaden coming after Violet, but apparently what did I just call her? Rebecca said that being Venom doesn't change like your moral compass or like your thoughts. It's just like the need for power.
Okay. Is it?
I don't know if that's true. I have yet to see her say it myself.
I'm wondering if it's like an Anakin Skywalker vibe. Because he's like, I love Padme.
Don't even get me. Okay, I got a real quick sidebar again.
Yeah.
Because people don't like the third Star Wars. Fuck you.
You guys are.
Because I love that movie. I don't even like Star Wars. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I will never get over Anakin. I can't.
Which part?
Him becoming Darth Vader. I'll never get over it because I'm like, he's just misunderstood, guys. He did it for love. And I will never
and
get
his
over
children.
What the hell is the stupid, ugly old guy's name?
Palpatine?
Palpatine, thank you. Palpatine manipulating him. And him literally changing because he thinks that Padme
He's gonna
dies.
And then she does fucking die?
Out of like a broken heart.
Literally. She has like a fucking like stroke. She has like a heart attack.
No, it's so tragic.
It's so fucking tragic.
It's so tragic. And I remember
so tragic.
watching that. Mm-hmm. I don't remember exactly when it came out, but I was young.
Mm-hmm.
I was younger. And it literally, I was just like, I don't know if I'll ever recover from this.
No.
This is my Romeo and Juliet. Oh my God. And then just them, I think about like when she sees him, when he's like starting to turn bad.
Oh my God. No. Her
when
face.
She says
her
that
fucking
he's tearing her apart.
Anakin.
Or
you're breaking
my heart. Yeah. People make fun of her.
Pull you, Pap.
Don't you ever fucking touch Natalie Portman.
I love that.
I am sick of you all.
Or Hayden Christensen.
You
guys are
because
fuckers.
She put her heart and soul into that performance.
All of our besties are like,
they're like, okay. I'm sorry, not you guys. Society as a whole made fun of her for that line, and I don't understand because I would like to see you go up there,
right,
and act out that scene.
I'm just like, how fucking. What would you
have done
if the love of your life was turning bad? What would you do?
And I just feel like we're gonna get a similar thing.
No,
I just feel
fucking saying don't get me started again because I'll start.
Okay,
crying.
I'm sorry. It's really upsetting.
No, I know that's a good trope, and I know it's a good fantasy trope, especially in like romance books. What I've just like, the people will turn to save each other, but they don't really know what the price is gonna be.
Yeah, I know. It's so sad.
We better not have a fucking Anakin situation on our hands with Xaden. I swear to God.
Okay, I gotta move on.
We gotta go.
To something else sad. Liam saying, I won't, I swear. It's so sad. And so methodical. Fuck you, Rebecca. For making it the same as his last words. It's been my honor.
No.
That was messed up.
Rebecca, we treat you just like we treat Violet. We love you, and then we hate you. Like, there's never gonna be a steady line between our relationship. I also couldn't have. I really think I need to go back and reread it again about how he says that it's been my honor.
It's been, period, my honor. Period.
Not the break in
yeah,
between it.
like, yeah. And so he says, I won't, period, I swear, period. I know. It was good, Rebecca. It was good.
You got me
I'll
there.
give you that.
Got me there. Cool.
Okay, but
you win.
Varish is such a good villain.
So good.
Such a good. As I was reading it, I was like, oh, I picture it. There's one part where he's talking to her and she's like on the floor or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what I pictured, on the floor. And he's like asking her questions, and then there's a moment where he says like, must I carry on this conversation by myself? Like, no, I did. And he mocks her. I was like, oh my God, I see it. He's such a good villain. I hate it, but he's such a good villain.
I think in that same point I thought the same thing, because it's like that it's kind of giving like Disney villain where they're like a little conniving, and then they're just like a little like,
it gave like a little comedy to
little
him.
Like a little like Hades. I loved it. And I think that he also just had like the whole vibe of a villain of being like, oh, like, no, I'm here to save you, like, help you. You know what I mean? Like, he just played it well.
Yes.
And it was so good, and I'm so glad we had him for that.
Yeah. There's like a little part of me, like, I'm so glad he's dead. Mm-hmm. So glad. There's like a little part of me that's like,
I know. I would have loved
to see where he went.
I think he would have been wild.
Yeah.
I think he would have been like really crazy but who knows? Who knows what other
Who knows?
fucking villains
I
we're
know.
gonna get.
We're obviously in for something worse, maybe.
I think so. Kind of similar to that. Dane redeeming himself in this part was super epic. Like,
Yes.
Rebecca writing the stabbing was crazy. Like, the
Yeah.
initial stab, not the killing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was also pretty iconic, too. But because it was Dane playing the part that I was like, oh, shit!
Yeah.
Oh, shit! Of him being like, wow. Like, what was Dane's last couple words? I can't remember.
He says, like, Violet, I tried to tell you, you should have trusted me all along, or something. Oh, so good. Okay, in this moment, Dane, you kind of popped off.
You did.
No, because going back, I remember being like, oh my god, he's gonna fucking kill her.
Uh-huh.
But going back and rereading it, I'm like, wait a second. So wait. He read her memories and then just started playing the part?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Right? Like, him asking for the knife. Can I see that knife to see if it was, like, the
so
one
fucking smart.
that I saw in her memory? Like, he's playing the part, and then him being like, you're I don't know, I remember being like, he took out of all of that they were smuggling the weapons, but then it was like all a part of his plan to keep going. I applaud you.
Good job, Dane.
I
Good job,
applaud
Dane.
you.
Really good, though. Really good, Rebecca. So proud.
Okay, we just got to talk about the love confession real quick.
Okay.
We got to talk about it because
I got the full quote.
Okay, beautiful. I don't know. I didn't write it. It was too much. But I see that you did. So thank you for your work. Okay, the quote says, "You want to know something true, something real? I love you. I'm in love with you. I have been since the night the snow fell in your hair and you kissed me for the first time. I'm grateful my life is tied to yours because it means I won't have to face a day without you in it. My heart only beats as long as yours does, and when you die, I'll meet Malik at your side. It's a damn good thing you love me too, because you're stuck with me in this life and every other that could possibly follow." Have you seen the TikToks that are like, when he says I love you, but Zayden Ryerson said
This? Oh my god. That's a vow.
That's
That
a
is
wedding.
a
They're
vow.
married.
They're married.
I don't make the rules.
That was when he says, and it's a damned good thing. Oh, the aggression. The cuteness aggression. I love him so much. I just like him being like, you want to know something true? Something real? I love you.
This is going to be the monologue of the century.
No. Whoever plays Zayden, and again, I'll say it again and I'll say it till I die, it has to be a new actor. There's no actor out there in the world that I know or that's on the mainstream that could possibly play Zayden. And if whoever that actor is doesn't get an Oscar for this monologue, we're fucked. We're held. But
yeah,
I
need you to make me cry.
Give me the fucking emotion. This confession is... I hate, though, that they always confess shit when they're on, like, the near death.
No, why did it have to get to this point?
It didn't have to.
It didn't have to.
And I think he says it right before this. He's like, I shouldn't have been keeping this in. I should have just told him. Or I think she says that.
She says it.
She says it, right?
She thinks about him and she's like, I love him. I should have been telling him that every single day. I'm going to die in here.
Right. And I'm like, okay, bitch, you could have
Yeah, you could have. Stop being annoying.
If you would have just stopped being annoying, then you could have confessed it.
I'm literally so sick of everyone.
I hate her.
God, just tell someone you love them. Damn it. Okay. It is also so crazy. So crazy. We did not know about Zayden and Lilith until this very point. Looking back, there were so many instances, even back in Fourth Wing, that mention their deal.
Yep.
Or that there's something going on. And I mean, I remember back in Fourth Wing, there's a moment on the field where Zayden is kind of like, I know how to like hold up my side of a bargain or something. And then Violet's just kind of like, what was that about? And he's like, don't worry about it.
Well, then
it's because he's keeping her safe.
Zayden and Lilith like were seen talking. Was that in Fourth Wing?
They're seen talking?
Yeah. Or that she said something to him.
Yeah, I think on the field.
Was it on the field?
Yeah, but Violet's there.
Oh.
It's when she's like, oh, you're in unlikable company or something like that. Which also, like, I have so many questions about Lilith. And it frustrates me that she died at the end of this book.
I know.
Because I just, like, still don't know how to feel about her.
Me too.
And, like, what side she's on, really. I mean, like, I don't know. I
think that Lilith, she's like in that neutral, she's not good and she's not bad. I feel like she had like ties to like helping out, but at the same time she was like such a rule follower at the same time, and that's where like Mira gets that shit from. But I don't know how I feel about her either, but I still think it sucks that she ended the way she did.
Well, and I just have so many questions about her and Xaden. Like, is she kind of playing a part? Because like when she sees him, she's like, oh, Violet, you're hanging out with trash. But it's like, we have a deal. So it's like, is it just a mutual agreement to them that they're gonna act like they fucking hate each other, but like they have this unspoken deal?
I mean,
like,
I guess so, because it's like if Lilith made that deal, I feel like she didn't want him to like expose the fact that they had that deal to her.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm just,
you know what I mean?
I don't know, just confusing to me.
Me too.
I don't know, I just still am like, so do you hate him?
Right.
Why did you make that deal with him?
Like, why was he the one that you wanted?
You also didn't have to let the marked ones in, Lilith.
You didn't. No, you didn't.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. You didn't have to.
But I don't know if it's like she was for them to be there so they were safer.
Exactly.
Or, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or she wanted to watch. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I guess maybe we will find out, because I know we find more out about dead parents anyways. But we'll still figure it out a little bit.
Yeah. Also, the way she's just like, that's why you were meant to go into the Riders Quadrant. That's why, like, Lilith, you have a really fucked up way of showing how you love someone.
You send them to almost die.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Not a present mother.
Not great parenting.
Nope.
But, you know. I just have to throw this out there. I love that Xaden can command a room and Dane can't. Like, Dane is like, guys, listen. And then Xaden's like, oh my God. And he's like, listen. And they're
everyone's like,
oh. Just love that he really is the true wing leader.
He is. He's everyone's wing leader, and no one else
listens to him, and nobody listens to Dane.
You did have a good comeback, but
they all know he's a Nepo baby, so they don't trust him.
Never trust a Nepo baby.
Yeah. And then, okay, lastly, I just love that this is such a hype ending for part 1. It's literally its own book, like we said.
Yeah.
But I remember reading the end of part 1 and being like, oh shit, we're going to war. No. Like, it's a crazy way to end it.
It was a good way of Violet being like, I thought you needed more writers. Like, that was a pretty iconic, like, or whatever, the way she said it. It was the way, I was like, oh my God, that is good. You did say
you needed writers.
I was like, yes.
So
we
good.
Fight that. It said, shut up. I meant to say, we fight at dawn. It's just kidding. Whatever. This shit
Sometimes
hates
we're
me.
too loud and my computer is like, literally shut up.
Like, shut up. You're so
fucking
loud. Annoying. Alrighty, y'all. That was it for our deep dive. Let's go straight into some favorite quotes here.
Ooh, I think we said some of mine already, but
same.
Okay, you can start us off.
Okay. This is Xaden, and this is when they're still in the archives. He's like, talking about Arik. He's like, I'm going to fucking kill him. And she goes, then you'd be responsible for the death of 2 princes. And I was like, oh, shit.
He said, make that 3.
He said, make that 3. And I'll kill them all.
Okay, this is from Violet, chapter 35, and she says, okay, let me just say it. Varys stops in front of me, and I look straight into those pale, soulless eyes. Just have to point out that it's another moment of them saying he has soulless eyes, aka he's a Venom.
He's a Venom. My next one's very small, but just 2 little words, man. Xaden saying, you're astonishing. What a beautiful word to say.
I wish someone would say that to me.
Damn.
That's good. It's like, good.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, next up I have from Xaden, chapter 36. There's nowhere in existence you could go that I wouldn't find you. Remember? He could say that line in every single book and I would still quote it as my favorite quote.
It's a really good one. Love it.
It's just also the way that she didn't think anyone was coming after her.
No, I know. And she's like, no, he would never risk that. He would never risk Erasha.
And then her friends coming. We don't talk about her friends enough. Her friends,
I know,
like having a little rescue mission for her. So cute.
She really thought she was alone.
I know.
Sad. And then this one is from chapter 35. I really like this one because it's kind of like she's reciting a little bit of what Xaden has said in the past before. She's like, because he says like, your body is,
yes,
something
the
the
body
fragile
is the only thing that's breakable, but
you are.
Oh, sorry. The body is fragile, but like you are unbreakable. Yeah.
But she says, but it's only the body they have broken. I haven't spoken a single word. And I was like, that is so powerful.
It's really powerful.
Very powerful, Violet.
Okay. We've got a quote from Lilith, chapter 36. She says, "You of all people know the lengths I'll go in order to protect her," to Xaden. It's kind of wild.
But it's also like, are you really protecting her?
Yeah, but also, Lilith, what? What the fuck?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then I already read mine.
Okay, and then I have one more. This is also from Lilith in chapter 36. And she says, "Your father made sure you'd know everything you needed or where to find it. You're all that's left of him, you know." I have so many questions about that.
Mean?
So many questions, and I can't wait for Violet to finally look into her father's research. It's been too damn long.
It's been 2 fucking books.
I've also seen things that like maybe she has a different dad than...
That would be crazy.
That is crazy. I don't think it's true because Brennan and Mira never reveal that secret, but also they love to keep secrets from her. So
true.
Who knows? But yeah, it is very weird saying you're all that's left of him. Mm-hmm. You got 2 other children. You know,
where did the dad go there?
So very weird.
Yeah,
just an interesting little thing.
Well, that was it for the quotes, y'all.
All right.
Let's do some thriving and theorizing.
Okay, so this one is a little crazy. I've been seeing, there's a lot of theories on TikTok that maybe Violet's second signet is her being a truth-sayer. And it says that it's the only signet more dangerous than an intrinsic. Mm-hmm. And then I remember Xaden being like, but we let them live. We don't let intrinsics live. Could this be... I don't really have any evidence to back this up because there's been no sign of her being like, you told a lie.
Yeah.
But why Xaden tells Violet to ask the right questions so he doesn't have to lie to her. And everything he's telling her is a selective truth, right? So he is telling her the truth. And maybe he knows. I don't know.
I was about to say, like, would he know about this?
I don't know.
Because Nora is also the one that has a truth. She's a truth sayer.
I don't know if I fully believe it. I'm just throwing it out there as an option.
No, that's good because I mean, everyone is very confused on what her second signet could be.
Yeah.
I mean, that also ties into her like knowledge.
It also ties into her needing information.
Correct. Yeah. So like, I just think that it's maybe all her second signet is all of the above. Like,
dude,
wouldn't that be wild?
Knows? But I don't think there's ever been a moment of her commenting on somebody lying.
Right.
Maybe she just has really truthful people around her.
I mean, also, if this is new to me, so I could have totally disregarded that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reread this shit for the
fourth time.
No, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
We might have to. Let's look at that in part 2. Let's revisit that in part 2. Since this is the part of the book where Liam does come back, I'm bringing back my theory that her second signet also has something to do with getting information, like what we just said, when she needs it. So her being completely beat up and she's just getting totally ruined, dying pretty much, her mind or whatever, her signet, her power, whatever, channels Liam in the presence to kind of get her through it. Because he says, "I'm not wandering, Violet. I'm exactly where I need to be." Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's many different ways you can interpret that, but for me, I'm thinking like, mm-hmm. I'm exactly where I need to be, or where you need to be. You know what I mean? Like, where you need me to be, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like without him, she would have totally like lost that like mental game.
Yeah, that's very true.
She would have gone through it. So, I don't know.
I like it.
We need to know her fucking second signet.
I know.
I'm sick of it. It better be there the first line of Onyx Storm.
I don't think it's going to be. I think she said, I don't know where I heard this, but I heard that she said it's not going to be revealed into the second part of Onyx Storm.
I'm gonna kill her. Just kidding, but I literally hate her. Oh my god.
All right, let's move into Final Jam. Okay, so I put in one song. I see this song fitting truly anywhere. I just figured we kind of need an epic song for the end of part 1. So that's why I put it in here. But I think it could truly go anywhere. But You Should See Me in a Crown by Billie Eilish. I just think it really fits the vibe. I feel like it's an epic song. First of all, we know how I feel about Violet maybe one day being a queen or whatever she might be. I just feel like it's very fitting. So
I like that.
Add that in there.
We should make them do the You Should See Me in a Crown emote.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
On the throne.
Oh. I was going to say Fourth Wing Fortnite collab. Epic Games.
That would be fucking sick.
Oh my god, if you could play as Zayden.
That's fucking glide
on a dragon. That's sick.
Sick. That'd be so cool.
That would get me back Fortnite. Because you've lost me
for
right
a second.
now. But
I also have a Billie Eilish song, No Time to Die. Just figured that'd be a really good song in the interrogation scene.
Oh yeah.
Really sad song. Don't recommend listening. I listened to it this morning to get in the minds. I was like, damn, there's no time to die. And then my last one is even sadder. It's pulling from her insecurities when she was like, well, no one's gonna come and find me. Liability by Lorde.
I actually don't know if I know that song.
Oh, then you don't know true sadness.
Sorry.
It is. I recommend listening to it with noise canceling headphones in a dark room.
Okay.
It's not good for you mentally, but it's, yeah, I love it. Love that song. But I think that wraps up.
Wow.
Part 1.
That's crazy. We're like so sad and like excited. I'm excited because part 2 is like really where all the action happens.
You're right.
I'm excited, but
it's just, I don't know a life without.
It's true. We
stop talking about this and us waiting until January after we're done with it.
I know
it's gonna be scary.
We have to put in some work, like starting right now, to figure out truly what the rest of our year is gonna look like.
Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and the rest of the part 1 episodes. I hope you also enjoy part 2. So excited, just loving it.
Yeah, we are super excited. Are we gonna have a bonus episode in between?
We'll figure that out right now.
Okay. So be on the lookout. By the time this episode comes out, we will post our schedule for part 2, as Cassie said. So just be on the lookout for that to be up to date on all our information.
Yep.
As always, guys, you can follow us on our socials at Literally Obsessed Pod. Feel free to email us if you guys have any fun theories you want us to look over, analyze, all of that. Don't forget to rate us, like, subscribe, comment.
Share it.
With
Send it to the besties.
Like this.
They love them.
And thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Or listening.
Love you guys. Have a great day.
We'll see you in part 2.
Bye. Mwah.